Closing statement.
As I said, I've been a permanent resident for 32 years in Blowing Rock. I've raised 2 children here in the town, and I know about the school, I know about the town. My leadership qualifications span over 30 years. I'm an experienced thinker, an active listener, and a problem solver. And that's what you need on town council. As a nurse, I problem solve every day, and I would like to transfer that to the town council. I care about this town and each one of you, and I want to help meet your needs and your wants. I ask for your vote now for early voting or on November 5th. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Sweeney. Commissioner Matheson, if you'll please step up to the podium. You may begin.
Well, I've seen Blowing Rock as a child, as a town worker, as a firefighter, a fire chief, and as a citizen with a not in my front yard attitude for a while. I found out that it's not always about my view. The best thing is we're trying to balance the views of everyone. I think representing most of Blowing Rock is the most important thing that we can do. And as you know, most of you know, I'm not very big on being a public speaker, but if you'll watch, you will see that I do listen. I think that there are certainly more people than the 5 candidates on town council that have good ideas and good views and opinions. Sometimes they may vary, sometimes we may be divided, but I think if we listen, we can tell that we all have some common threads there. That gives us something that we could most agree on, and we can go forward together. I will continue to base my decisions on what the majority of Blowing Rock, and listen to what the majority of Blowing Rock people want me to do. I want to thank everyone for coming out tonight, and I hope to have your support come November. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Matheson. Mr. Piggott, you'll step to the podium and give your closing statement.
First of all, thank all of you for coming out tonight and supporting all of us. I would like to ask for your support on November 5th or during early voting, because I believe I can bring a good leadership quality to the town of Blowing Rock. I have been a part of Blowing Rock for many years now. I have been on many committees. I've been volunteer for events, everything from wine festival to picking up trash every year. I want to listen to each and every one of you and try to base my decision on what the people of Blowing Rock want. And I think we can work together and we can continue to make Blowing Rock the best place there is to live. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Piggott. Mr. Barker.
Yeah, thanks for coming out tonight. It's been real fun for us 5 up here. And actually, it was interesting, us 5 back here talking. It was, it makes you realize how people in this town have way more in common than we have in difference. And focusing on our common wants and desires is something that I think being on town council is about. And I think it's a privilege to live in this town. And my friends from college all tell me I'm living the dream. I'm living in Blowing Rock, and that's pretty much true. And as much as it's a privilege to live here, it'd be an honor to be a town councilman in this town. And I think, as the other candidate said, I think we do have a group of folks that like to listen, and that's the most important thing. And I think we do that in the future. Things will, the future will be bright for this town, and I'd love to have your support in November. Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Barker. Ms. Carter, you'll step up to the podium and give your closing statement.
Thank you all for coming out tonight. This has been fun, a little bit nervous, and most of you that know me know that I'll talk your ear off. First of all, I'm a businesswoman and I run a business. I know how to run a business. I know what it's like to run a business. And I know what it's like not to have to take a paycheck and have to meet payroll. You have to know these things in order to run anything. And I have experience in older buildings. I know how to lay water lines, sewer lines. That is part of my business. I do it every single day. And I'm not afraid to get my hands dirty. And a lot of you know me knows that I have no problem with that. I know how to read documents and legal documents, and that's something that's very important. Because in these documents, you need to read every fine line to make sure there's not something in there that you're missing. And I will do that. I'm a really hard worker, and I will never forget that I work for the town of Blowing Rock, and I work for the people in Blowing Rock, because you're very important, because without you, there is no town council. And I'll always be available to take your phone call and listen to your concerns. That's why God gave me one mouth and 2 ears. Please come out and vote. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Carter, and thank you all commissioner candidates. Let's all give them a hand.